it takes 3 years to grow and to mature. It depends on the type of palm tree you are growing. We have various palm trees. We have the Piscifera, we have the Tenera, we have the Dura. So we have varieties of palms you are choosing from. And then we have the one from Malaysia called the Supagini palm fruits that is also grown as well. So basically that is the you have various types actually. So all also depends on the number of years it takes to mature. Some take 5 years, some take 4 years, some even goes as far as 6 years before it can start fruiting. But most companies have also now fallen into the palm industry because it's a growing industry started by our forefathers almost about 200 years ago. Before we got independence, they'll be harvesting from it. But there's a stage that is still growing. Most companies have also developed from the CSIR, they've also developed new genetic modified seedlings that takes shorter period to grow. So instead of the 5 years, it's now reduced to 3 years. Cocoa used to do like 5-6 years. It's also reduced to 2 years. Some are even doing 2 years, some are doing 3 years. So that's basically about the palm. So as you can see, this is some of the fresh palm fruits that are falling from the tree. So basically, I think this is how the palm, you can take a look. It's your first time, right? Of seeing palm, right? So you can have a look, a feel of it, yes. So with this palm, which is very ripe, the red color on it tells you that it's ripe and ready to be processed into oil. Yes. So even if you press it, you can feel a bit of oil on your fingers. Yes, of course. So it's ripe and ready to be processed into oil. So we come to the farm, we do the farm maintenance by doing the pruning, the harvesting, and all that from here. So this even Monday we are doing harvesting. That's why we started chopping they use a sickle cell knife to chop the fruits down. Then we process it into the palm oil that we get. Yes. So Monday we'll be doing harvesting. So the farm goes as far as very far, very long from here. So we can still go. We can still take. This is just to give you a fair idea about how it looks like. No, that was the old method used by our forefathers. Some used to climb the tree with a rope to hang them up so that they can be able to save instead of falling. They use the rope to hold them. But basically, there's a lot of improvement these days in technology, in structures in terms of the maintenance of the farm. So now they're using a single cell knife, mostly called Malaysian knife. It's shaped like an elbow. So once it gets to the top of it, you can hold it and then just drag it with this. With help a stick or a pole, you can just bring these bunches down and you get your fruit. So, and we have new machines. We have motorized machines these days that we are using for harvesting. So with that, instead of the harvester using a lot of energy and strength, we have now used the motorized machines. We can, but this is far safer here. It's not too bushy here, so it's very okay. So what it is, the farm is just constant maintenance. As you can see, we just did some spraying around it, so that we use chemicals, herbicides to spray around it just to keep off the bush from growing, because it's a tree that can easily, if you not well maintained, the yield will be low. So you constantly have to be maintaining the farm, making sure that all the weeds are being controlled. It's expensive, using most of the time labor. It sounds phosphate, yes. So, but they are not. It's not too harmful. It's not going to affect the oil or anything. It's not going to be, but just to control the weed in the farm, yes. So basically, there's a bit of the overview of how we get a fruit. So Collect as a company, we also buy from local farmers, and then we have machines, so we're able to convert them into oils, bottle them up, and sell and all that. Yes.
the harvesting of the fruit, are you coming with some car or something, or there is more people and they are bringing something?
No. Yes. You know, I made mention to you yesterday about my car. So we have pickups, we have Kia trucks, and other things that helps them in terms of logistics. So we use that to cut our fruit from the farm to the. So if the farm is called the farm gate. This is the farm gate to the factory site. Yes. So basically, that is just the overview of it. So we have logistics. Yes.
I mean, like this ropes, you are using it for trucks.
Yes, trucks, and then also we have these Chinese tricycles called in local called aboboyas. Yes. Yes.
Collection of the fruits. Yeah. I mean, like you have trees here.
Yes.
So
This is where we have laborers, like helpers or maybe people who are hired on daily basis to assist in the farm maintenance activities. So those people collect they are headquartered, they carry the fruits to the collection point. So they gather it from all the trees and we bring it to one center. Then a cow come and then pick it up. Sometimes those places are not motorizable because palm trees actually are grown in tropical areas where there's a lot of rainfall. So because of that, most of our roads are not good. They are always mostly bad. So we are using the tricycles to sometimes support those places that are not motorizable, so we can get the fruit to transport it to the factory site. Yes. So basically, that is the bit of the concept about the logistics. Yes.
When you was the couple, then when you walking away, že tady to prostě stromena přírodně, tady o co děje, tady se nevysvětluje, takže pro ně prostě palma je nejlepší, co má, že
So basically, the palm fruits, this is the fruit, this is called the palm fruit itself. This is the palm tree itself. So if I got your question clearly, this is the fruit as you're asking for. Yes. So this is what we convert into the oil. We have expellers that expels this into oil. We boil it, we have to put it, we have boiling tanks. We have, we're going to get to the factory, you see them. We have boiling tanks that we put the fruit in them and then we boil them. Yes.
So if you have 1 ton of this one,
yes,
how much oil you are getting?
So you are supposed to get between, depending on the type of, as I said, I was explaining about the type of fruits and then the type of species you are growing. So basically, if you are growing a tenera, you're expected to get up from an acre of palm plantation. You're supposed to get about 900 kg, almost to a ton. So if you process the oil, you're supposed to get between 800 to, if the oil is there, the fruit is very, very good, which is we have supergenic tenera, you're supposed to get a ton, almost that's a ton of oil from one particular acre. Yes, acre is about 60 trees. Yes. So 80 bunches of this, 80 bunch of the fruit. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, you can bring it. You bring it. So that 80 bunches of it will give you a ton. So yes, so roughly that's how it is.
Netuším, oni tady to nikde neumí říct vole váhu, takže nevím, košíkách, nebo se počítat v košíkách.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to factory. Thank you.
Okay. So now yes, sure.
Is there anything now?
Of course, this is, as you can see, there's a lot of bush and stuff like that. So the safe cobras, well, they are, and they are actually scared of us because we've been operating this for about 30 years, 40 years. The most common snakes we know are the green mambas and all that. But they are a bit scared of us. When they hear noise, they want to run away. They are not in to attack you. Yes.
I just there's a chance of you see something.
Oh yes, of course, definitely. You can see the snakes around, but they are not in to harm you most of the time.
Okay, so
Yes. And also, these fruits, the animals like it. Some of the snakes they can even climb to the tree, on top of the tree, and be there. So once the harvester is harvested, some of these snakes can easily fall to the ground.
Like 3 months after.
Of course, yes, you can meet them. So.
Yes, there are 3 snakes.
Yes. Yeah, but the safest activity we do is we put on these boots.
Yeah.
Yes, so normally.
I saw it.
I think I told Martin to get safety boots. Said no, we're just in short. That's why we didn't go far. We just have to do the surface. We have gone far into to experience how we carry all the fruit from every corner to the collection point. From there we get the trucks in. So these roads are a bit motorizable. By during the rainy season, they become too wet. Sometimes you have to use the tricycle to transport. Yes, stuff like that. You're welcome, sir. So we have the cheer, the deer, the panthers. You can even meet as well as grass cutters. Very interesting animals, which we consume them sometimes. You as a farmer, a hunter. If you're a farmer, you're also a hunter, So you can also get those animals as free as bonus, but from nature, So sometimes you can have those animals.
We ordered yesterday the grass cutter.
Wow. Yes, and very common. They are very common these days because of the rains. Yes. Yeah.
Sexta-feira à tarde, conseguimos ganhar aqui material.
Gdzie pograł? No, on se to použil, prosím, pomohl.
Sorry.
Všude kam přijde, se fotí a natáčí. Koně to je zajímavé.
Yes. So, welcome to where we do the production of the kernels into oils. We convert the palm into oil. So once the palms are collected from the farm by using the tricycle, put them to this place and they are chopped into pieces. So as they are chopped, they use a very sharp cutlass or knife to chop them, and then they are cut into these pieces. Later allowed to settle for like 2 weeks to be softer, so that you can use the hand to remove it. But there are also other machines that can be used to remove the palm on the pole. So that's the good thing about it. So once they are looking like this, then we will transport it into a tank that they set fire under and boil the fruits for like an hour, which is ready for processing into oil. So I think from there we can go to that. Yes. So I want to show you, then I'll show you what we are going to get out of the one particular oil, one particular fruit, the variety of oils we can get from one fruit. Yes. So this is actually the machine used to expel. It's called a speller. This can do about 60 metric tons of fruits in 8 hours. Yes.
60 tun za 8 hodin.
So it's locally manufactured. Yes, locally. So we can go. This is actually part of the working. So after the fruit are separated, losing from the stalks, it's called the stalk. So these ladies are actually hired to remove some fibers. Let's put it this way. To remove some fibers from it, so it has to be clean, because some companies buy it and they use it to produce soaps, to produce other mechanism to extract this waste out of it, to make sure that it's cleaner before they can.
So like stones and so on?
Yeah, to collect the stones and everything out of it just before they can process it into oil. So from here, is being loaded into those boiling tanks there. Those are the boiling tanks built, yes, also locally. So this is a process where they are actually removing the stalks and fiber from it. So they actually will also make it cleaner. And once that's done, now they load it to this direction. So we can go to the boiling point. So. So these are fibers. Rise it. Yeah, during the dry season, because most of the time we don't get a lot of rains, so we have to sometimes mulch around it. Also helps control weed. So once we still don't waste it, we just convert them into fertilizers for the palm plantations. So nothing goes waste actually. So this waste is still used to mulch the farm, so that we can have a yielding fruit all the time. Because sometimes you need to fertilize the palm at times, yeah, so that they increase. So this is another waste we're still going to. Some also we use it to also convert as fire, so to under the boilers there, to give it to power the boiler, so that we can boil the fruit up and then for processing. Yes. So yes. So in palm, nothing goes waste. It's a zero waste industry. Yes. So these are actually all boiling tanks. These are boiling tanks. Boiling tanks. So this takes about 4 metric tons to 5 metric tons of fruits. This also takes about 2 metric tons, 2 metric tons, 2 metric tons. Yes. So typically this is how we boil our fruit here. And to extract the oil, the fruits are very hard. As you can, if you can press it, when you bring it from the farm, it has to lose a bit of moisture content, has to lose out of it, so that the fruit becomes oily. If you can still press the oil yield from what you saw from the farm, and now this has a little more oil yield. So they are going to set fire under this to allow it to boil for an hour, and a very high temperature, which is like around 30 degrees, 140 degrees. Boil for 1 hour. From there, it's ready to be transported into that machine there to be converted into oil. So it's a screw press machine.
So it's more like maybe roasted, or it's like, you know, because boiling.
No, they add water.
They add water.
Yes,
okay.
We add water. It's not just like that. No. Okay. So there's a percentage of water we add to this, because we need steam to be able to boil the fruit well. Okay. So boiling process is the reason for the boiling as well, is to also kill any bacteria, because as you can see, it's a bit of moisture with a lot of bacteria and fungi. So the temperature at 140 kills all those germs and all that. Yes, at that temperature. So from there, it will be carried and then transported into this processing tanks here.
Prostě nechce věřit, že na to dají 60 milionů.
My jsme si říkali, že
To je blbost. To je zase prostě jejich nějaká míra. No. Že když vezmu velikost té násypky,
so press, there's a screw press within it, which extracts the oil. The oil passes from this direction, from this point. We get the oil from here, and then we get the nuts. Once expelled, we get a nut, palm kernel nuts, from this. So the fiber and the nut comes through this direction of the expeller. From there, we as a company also buys all the nuts from the farmers. So these are the nuts we buy from the farmers, keep as this, and also doesn't go waste.
So that fruit, it has this nut inside.
Yes, the fruit has a nut inside.
Okay, and it's coming. It's a palm kernel processing. It's technical oil, very valuable.
Yes.
Farmer.
Yes.
We can do it on farming machines.
Yes.
So it stays in the wall piece like this.
Exactly. No. So we further process this particular nuts.
I mean, like from this machine is coming out like this.
Yes, from this machine is coming out like this with the fiber. So the fiber comes with the nut, the fruit comes with this particular fiber. As you can see, it's made with fiber and then the nuts. So we collect it, and then we have a machine. We use air blowing machine to blow, because the fiber are very light in weight. So we blow out the fiber out of it, and we get the nut, the raw fresh nut like this. And then from there we take this particular. Okay. I'm sorry, so basically we get this raw nuts. From that we send it to these processing machines there, here, so we can go there. The new one we fabricated, we have other ones fabricated, we're going to add up here.
Okay, so you process 8 plus 3, 1 hour, and then you process
yes
here. Okay.
Yes. So as we get, because we are now increasing our yield. We have more, we have 2 of this there, big ones there. So in total we have about
that one black, the black one.
Yes.
We see the full one.
Yes.
So it's 3 tons of
fruit. Yes. The other one to 3 tons. Then this one takes almost about 6 to 8. Yes. But this is a double of it actually. So yeah.
Přemýšlím, tyhle to nemůže být, nebo můžu to být 3 tuny, ale když si takhle představíš, to jsou třeba dvě palety.
Yeah, so we can go to where we do the crack. After we get the nuts like this, we crack it here, so we can go there. And sorry, I didn't add one point. So the fruits that I showed you, we have 2 types of processing we do here. This is actually a general way of processing the oil. But the particular fruit we get is that we use a very fresh fruit. Michael, get me the fresh fruit one. So we actually use the same fruit, the pulp in it, because you know, remember they allow it to settle for like 2 weeks before we process it here. But we don't allow it to process it for 2 weeks. We process it into our favorite soup called abenquine. And then we cram them into these containers. So these are our product from our company here. So we take the pulp, which is the pulp from the fruits, and then we extract the pulp, and we also get the oil, and we also get zomi oil, and then we get ngopa oil. So we are able to experiment to get about 4 various types of oil, the one for soup making, the ngopa, and then finally this product. So we get it from this, and it's actually consumed in 17 African countries. Yes. So these are one of our products from the palm as well. Yes. It's a palm soup base. Yes. Yes. So we do the curry.
Is being also exported. These kind of
exported
products are
across Europe. Yes.
Across Europe,
Yeah,
and mainly US.
Yes, mainly US.
Communities
Yes.
living there.
Yes.
It's very popular. I
Yes,
saw
very.
the guy who was shipping containers of it.
Yes.
to
Yes.
US.
We have a lot of market orders from UK at the moment. UK, we have orders from. Well, we have some in Asia, which they are even yet to meet me on a meeting from Monday, Tuesday. That's why I told you I was in a meeting, but fortunately I have to come around and then we have a proper discussions and stuff as well. So yes, so this is where we do the cracking. So these are one of the products we get out of it, the pulp as well.
Are
Yes.
you able to say, so back to the 3 tons over there, if you put it there, how many tons you have? Is it ratio
So-
like 50%, 60%?
So the ratio of this actually gives 2 barrels of oil.
2 barrels.
Yes.
Barrel is 250.
That's 250 liters. So sometimes you can even get, depending on the type of fruit, you can even get almost about that's 500 liters of oil to 700 liters of oil, depending on the type of fruit you are processing.
Okay.
So one tank can be able to give you about almost 600 thereabout, because you still get the other component that you have to boil on fire again. Once you're done boiling them, then you're able to know the total number of oils we get. Yes. So from there we get the fruits here. I can keep this. So we send the nut here. Yeah.
To je jiný list, a to je palm kernel oil, a to
So-
je pak hodně ceněný v technickém.
Most of our activities are still under construction. So currently, I didn't used to have a meter, electric meter here. So finally I got a meter. So currently, we use a diesel-powered motor to be able to crack the nut for the meantime. But I have 2 extra machines. One is already ready to be installed. There is another one in our warehouse ready to be added to this, which are going to use electrical motors so that we can increase our production. By the moment we're able to crack the nuts into this. So once it's cracked, you get this particular seed. This is the seed you get. You can have a feel of it. This is how, yes, it looks like. Yes. Yes. So Martin, you can have it. So this is the nut we get from this. So once you crack this, you get this particular nut. And then this also is converted into palm kernel oil. So from there, we crack the nut here, then we separate the nut using this particular machine here, hand-held, the labor that we employ the ladies, the women to help us in our daily productions. So this company actually employs a lot of women. This is Sunday, so most of them have gone to church. But on a regular day, we have almost about 30 to 20 people working here on a regular basis. So some are processing, some are carrying, some are working here as well, some are also removing. So once you crack, yes.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
So
You'll need to turn on
from this,
location service.
so you get this one.
Yes.
Then you crack it.
You crack it with this machine. This is a cracking machine, a cracker.
You are getting this
Yes.
one. This one is for palm kernel
From
oil.
palm kernel oil.
And this one.
The shell. So I'll take you to where we get the shells as well. Yes. So let's go to where we get the shells as well. So this is the fiber.
Tohle je teda pres na to, jo. Ty vole, když jsme dodali farmer, vole, tak to jdeme chápat, vole.
So this is also fiber from the nut. We separate this. This is also used for a lot of things. This particular fiber you're seeing here is mixed. So companies like Rhema comes to buy from us. Once you heat it up, you get a full Kia truck. There's a price around 7,000 to 8,000 per Kia truck. So this means that it's not cheap as that. So we collect it for a Kia truck. It's almost getting ready to be like a Kia very soon. Then they'll come and load it away. So this also used power boilers by a lot of factories in Accra, especially the steel companies, the yogurt production companies. They buy this particular shell. It has a bit of fiber and shell combined together. So they buy it to power their boiler because it has a source of fuel for those factories. Yes. Also, it's also converted into carbonized and converted into car brakes. We used to the carbon also to produce. Remember when you were doing the water extraction, they use palm kernel shells, the carbon to help clean the water. So for filtrations, yes. So here, this is where we separate the nuts and then the shells combined together by using a water system.
Does every production, let's say this size, does everyone has the palm kernel processing? Or
no, this whole area, I'm the only person with this machine and setup here. Yes.
So they are bringing you palm nut.
Yeah, they are bringing it. So I'm the only. Yes.
And you process it.
Yes.
And you sell it, or you are taking fee for processing from them?
So I don't think I get the. So I'll take you through the process. So we're still going. Yes, you enjoy the process very soon. Yes. So combined with this, we have the nuts. We have the nuts and then the shells combined together. So we use a water system where you put this in water. Because it contains oil in it, it will float on top of the water. Then we use a bucket or something to collect all the nuts. Then the shells will go beneath the water. So we use that to collect and then keep them aside, which we sell to companies. We carbonize them. We can carbonize them for charcoal production. We can sell them to factories like Rhema, the steel companies, which they also use to power their boilers. The reason being that the shells are very hard. Because they are very, very hard, they're able to use it to it burns longer because it's very, very hard. Yes. So those companies come to buy.
Jenom pro info, jo, když Petr vozil ty pelety, jak vám vyprávěl vždycky z té Ukrajiny, slisovaný vlastně slunečnice a tak.
And companies will buy it from
Čes
outside.
a Ško Energo mu říkalo právě o Africe, sežeňte nám ty skořápky, tady to spalm, protože to má výtěžnost lepší než hnědý uhlí, skoro černý uhlí. Takže ideální biomasa pro spalování ve velkých elektrárnách, dělají z toho perfektní brikety, akorát, že tady byl problém, neměl tady někoho, kdo by zorganizoval a posílalo se to kontejnerama. Takže a plus tam byl problém v Polsku na severu s terminálem, který by vlastně ten sypký materiál přehodil do nějakých, že zase, já nevím, sklopek, jak to vozíme třeba do Alfa, že tak. Takže výborný materiál na spalování.
So nothing goes waste in palm. So from there we get this particular, after the water separation, we get the nut, is the kernels itself. So these kernels are also further sent for processing again, because it contains a high amount of oils.
How much of it are you getting monthly?
Per our capacity here, I can say that per day we produce about 5 barrels of oil per our current machine.
I mean, like this raw material.
A lot. We get a lot.
Try to like truck, 2 trucks, 3 trucks per day.
It depends on our purchasing buying power. We also buy as well as buy locally from our people. We also go ahead to buy from, we are the only people producing kernel oil from here. And most of we have local companies around who are producing palm oil, but most of them does not have the machine. So we go around to buy, collect with a truck, and then bring it for processing. So in a day, if on a regular basis, we can get about a Kia truck or 2 Kia trucks every day, depending on our purchasing power. Yes.
There are
a lot of companies here.
All year round, or no?
Not all year round, but the good thing about the palm business is that at the all year round, which is the dry season, the price of the oil goes high. And currently, a barrel of kernel oil is sold for around 6,000 Ghana cedis per barrel. That's around 6,000 cedis per barrel at the moment. So
6,000?
Yeah, Ghana cedis at the moment.
Barrel.
That's how much I sell
250 liters.
for 250 liters currently for the kernel oils.
6,000.
Yes. But
24 tisíc tuna a CDs nějakých 50.
yeah, but for what do you call it? For palm oil, the price is a bit cheaper or lower because palm oil sells for around 3,000 Ghana cedis. Palm kernel sells double of palm kernel oil.
But the point is that but from one fruit you are getting palm fruit oil for 1,000
Yes.
USD. This is 1,500.
Yes.
Even without refinery. Are you able to sell it for these prices without refinery?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but if you refine, but the good thing is I have a filter machine. So at the filtered price, I sell for 6,500 for filtered price. And unfiltered, which is the crude kernel oil, we sell it for 6,000.
Nám třeba teď jenom jako pro info, my jsme počítali business plán, rafinérie tady, plus lesů a neměli jsme tam vůbec započítaný, vlastně jsme měli započítanou jenom složku vlastně red palm oil. Chyběla nám tam složka, která je ještě dražší, vole. Takže ta návratnost byla, já nevím, 2 roky, jo. Tak, a teď tam máš olej, který stojí 15 let ještě navíc. Do you know what is the percentage of the oil extracted from it? Like
Yes. So randomly, this seed you need about that's about 800 grams to 800 kilos to a ton to give you about 800 can give you 250 liters of oil.
100, much 100.
250 liters of oil. Yes.
About 25%.
Yes. About 25 to 30%. So, yes, so we can go to where we do the processing of the kernels.
To tady děláme na koleň, jo.
So from there, we collect it from those tanks. The woman will do the separation from there. Then it's transported. We have a dryer bag here. A minute, let me unlock the door so that we take you through. I'm coming.
Teď až vám řeknu Martinovi, ten dala do tabulky, tak vole, když jsme popsali.
Let's pass here. Found a main door. But you said there's a main door, then open the main door.
Volkswagen Singapur po zavedení cel zavedl, zavedli, prodal 30 aut za měsíc.
Yeah, so because the initial plan was to do just kernel processing here. So I have to dismantle this whole place, this particular building, which is going to be converted into a storage building. The down will be a warehouse, the top is a production room, and an office space at the top, so that we can do our cannery here. Because I want to bring the cannery machine from Accra to this place so that it can ease our production. But we do most of the canneries in Accra, which is very cost of transporting the pulp to Accra all the time is a bit. So this place is going to be dismantled. We started with roofing and stuff like that. So by next month, we will start some construction works here by convert this place into a story building, so that we can have a big space to do our cannery, our bottling, because we also bottle the oils into, the red oil is bottled as Ngopa and then the Zomi as well. So we get about 4 or 5 various kind of oils from this particular palm oil itself before we get to the palm kernel oil itself as well. Yes.
You mean like, okay, there is oiland, there is the, I would talk about these types, like
Yes.
targeting 70% oiland.
Yes. Which is a technology we have developed for our company. The local people are able to just extract the palm oil, and at least the maximum they can go as high as going at Zomi production. But we're able to advance the Zomi, we get the Ngopa, we get...
Can you list it to me to WhatsApp?
Yes.
And one more question. When you get a palm kernel,
Yeah.
and someone has a refinery, you refine it, the price goes up.
Yes, so like Rhema, which is a factory in Fema, they come all the way from Fema with their tankers. So we have storage tanks, so from there I'll take you through. So from there we will process this. These are actually dryer beds, which we used to dry as silo dryers for the nut, because once they remove it from water, it contains a bit of moisture. We have to reduce the moisture content out of it, and then we can convert this into palm kernel oil. So in the production of the palm kernel, we also get, which is the animal feed. We also get the waste of it goes into animal feed production, which is used to feed cattle, goats, pigs, all various kind of animals, even for production of animal feed, which is fish feed currently.
How much they pay?
We sell 40 kg for 90 Ghana cedis.
90 Ghana cedis for
Yes.
how much?
For 40 kg, 45. Sometimes some of the companies we now budget 45 kg. So we have a weighing scale that will weigh the 45 kg bags. Yes. So from here, this is where we do the drying process.
No limit cash flow. How much you can get of this palm kernel oil or palm kernel nuts?
As much as I want, because there are a lot of people who don't have machines for processing because of the cost involved in setting up land spaces and all that.
Even from, let's say, other regions, central or...
Yes, other regions. I can go as far as even to the northeast to collect nuts. Nuts is in abundance in the whole of this country.
Are you able to organize them that they will, like store it, and once a week you
Yes, of course, a lot of it. So these dryer beds, we get the waste out of it. So we get 2 types of waste, which is the nuts, the animal feed, which is called the palm kernel cake. When we expel this, we get the palm kernel cake, which we sell to animal factories like the feed poultry farmers, the fish feed farmers, and all that. And as well as animal, we have middle people who come and buy, and also we sell to the farmers as well, because there are a lot of people in animal farming. So we also get the waste, additional 2 types of waste, which is the palm kernel waste, and then another waste which we use to power our boilers here. So we just need a bit of it as waste to power this machine here to dry, be able to dry this for the next 2 hours for you. So nothing actually goes waste. Beginning, I said palm, nothing goes waste in palm. So we don't buy firewood, buy any additional stuff, and have additional overhead cost. So everything is like a form of fuel to power something here.
How much they pay for like fuel to burn it?
Well, we don't pay nothing, because the fiber we get.
The company, you said that they feed their boilers.
Yes.
Yeah. So they are taking it
The fiber
from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's as I said earlier on with the Kia truck over there. That one we are making to get a full Kia truck can be sold for as far as 8,000 Ghana cedis.
8,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes. They need it, so.
So it can be like maybe 3 tons, 4 tons.
No,
Yeah.
7 tons there, about 7 to 8
tons.
tons there, yes. And also the shells are also sold to companies. They come and buy. We have options. We can carbonize for you, then you come and buy at a higher price, or better still, we can still come and then also we sell it as raw for you, which for the shells. The one that is removed from the water, we sell a ton
No, my
for.
naše business plány máme, tam je 7, jak Rhema říká, tam je 7 produktů. My jsme počítali ty business plány na 2 produktech. A i tak to vychází. I tak tady můžu postavit tohle fabriku. Ale
So
tady...
here we're able to do about 9 tons to 12 tons per day with this only machine. But we want to do almost about 30 to 40 metric tons using this additional machine. Because we're also building one additional machine to have 2 expellers at the same time. Because we also have a filtration machine now. So
When you have crude palm oil, you have olein 70%, you have stearine.
yes.
How much percent?
That is about 25%.
25%.
Yes.
And for how much you can sell it?
It's sold to soap companies. I think a ton is around a little less than $400, maybe around $340 or something.
And the rest free fatty acids?
The free fatty acids is still sold to the soap companies. They use it to generate energy. Renewable companies, energy renewable companies who come around to buy it. I lost count unless I check on my laptop and see.
I will send you just a little film.
No problem. So basically, all of them come around to buy it. So we can go inside. I'll show you the stages as well. So from here, when it's dried in the next 2 hours, we bring it down for it to cool down like an extra 1 hour. We are building the second machine to be added to this. So once we expel the oil from here, local buyers bring their gallons like this. These are waiting orders. They are waiting for us to process, and then we sell to them. So they are coming from Kumasi, they are coming from Tema, they are coming from Central region. There are a lot of factories. A popular one was Ami Sangari. They used to come here to even look for, because they are into soap production, but I think they are now a bit collapsed.
They are collapsed.
Yes. So a lot of companies actually come around to buy palm kernel oil from us. So these are some of waiting orders. This one's waiting for some oil. This one's waiting for oil and stuff like that. Yes. So from here, when you get this oil is a bit crude. The kernel oils are still a bit crude. Yes. So the oil are still a bit crude. So once it's crude like this, it comes with a bit of chaff and waste in it, which you have seen some black components. From there, as it's expelled, we transfer this into this tank here beneath the ground, which can take about 4 barrels. That's about 1,000 liters of oil. And then this machine is a filtration machine to filter the palm kernel oil. Sorry. So once it's filtered, we get this particular oil. Yes. So once the oil is filtered from this filtration machine here, which can do about 3,000, they can do almost about 5,000 liters per day.
Musí to mít 100krát 100, že jo, máš kubík.
Yes. So the scale there is used. After when we expel, we get a palm kernel cake. Let me see if I can get a cake to show you. So this is how the palm kernel cake looks like. It still contains a little bit of oil in it. So this is the palm kernel cake. The factories come in to buy to feed for animal feed, because it contains a bit of, to make the animals a bit fat. How much? So that's why we have a scale here, a weighing scale. We weigh it according to the sacks, which is 45 kg to 50 kg, and we sell it for that between 80 to 95 cedis. Almost 100 cedis currently. Other companies are selling for 100 cedis.
45 kg for 80.
45 kg is around 85 to 90 cedis. Yes. Which we also have orders, because there are a lot of sacks waiting for feed, animal feed from us. Yes. Because there are a lot of animals in Ghana waiting for meals, you know. So this is the filter to filter the oil, then we get this clean oil. Yes. So once it's filtered,
kernel is exported or being used locally?
Currently we don't have a refinery. So what we do is that we have a soap machine which is in the corner there. It's used to produce key soaps, the laundry bar soaps. Mike, check the table and bring me the laundry soap, which is the one on the two soaps, the two. So we produce Ghana's favorite, Africa's favorite, which is used almost in every African, called the African black soap. I don't know if you heard about it. It's very common in Europe. You will talk about African black soap. Yes, a lot. So we produce these particular products from the oils we are getting, because we just don't want to add, we want to add value to most of our products. So we produce this. This is from the oil. We get the laundry soaps. That's that machine over there gives us these laundry soaps, which we're able to produce about 200 boxes per day. With that machine, we can produce about 200 boxes. And then we also convert some into the laundry soaps. Yes. So this.
Okay, and if there are companies who produce this and you have only this palm kernel or without refination, how much they buy it for?
For the soaps?
For the oil. So I am the producer.
Yes.
You have this oil for how much you sell it?
No, for a barrel, we sell them in barrels, which is currently we sell them even at in these yellow gallons, which is 25 liters. So a liter is selling for around 600 to 650. When it's filtered like this, clean like this, we sell it for 650 Ghana cedis. But if you want to do crude whey, we can still get it a bit crude, and we sell it for them at 6,000 Ghana cedis currently. Yes. Yes. So 10 of it will give you a barrel. So 10 of it will give you 250 liters. So you can even open it and smell it. You can open the cover, smell it. When you pull it, it will come. Let me see if it can. Feel free, you can open like this. So it's a natural soap, no chemical added from the raw product from the oils. Yes. So this is what we use to produce. This is what we use to bath locally here, because of we have harsh weather conditions, which is the sun is very hot here. So a lot of people in the market also buy our product, which is the soaps as well, for what do you call it, for bathing and stuff like that. So we produce a laundry soap for washing, daily washing at home. Then we convert this into the bathing soaps as well, for most of them. We also have another type which is not here, is the black soap like this. But it's actually for the exportable one, that one we export to Europe. They are in square forms, square shaped like that. Yes, we mold them in those square shapes. So once it's full in container, then that container will come up and load it to. It's also transported to Europe and other places as well. Yes. So nothing goes waste actually. So yeah. So basically these are our laundry machines, and then I think that's a bit about Rhema Industries, what we do here, our little activities. But because we also get a lot of orders and the likes for the palm soup base, we are trying to build. We want to convert that site into a building where we bring more machines to do the cannery as well and stuff like that, because all the cannery machines that are.
What is the biggest challenge in case of machinery? So if you have some budget, let's say 1 million USD, what you would go for? What is the main challenge for what you need to have a machinery to be effective, to process more?
One about this industry, I think one thing I made mention is that you can see the stones and stuff there we want to start our construction phase as well. Yes. So we need a warehouse. One.
Okay.
Number two, we also have to focus on the raw material, because as you can see, we are under production because the raw material resources needed to buy more of the raw material, because the farmers are now seeing that there's a lot of money in the palm. So they sell a pound of this, 1 pound for 100 cedis to us. Pound of this is sold for 100 cedis.
Issue of the raw material on the supply side is about the quantities available, or is it about cash flow? So if you have more money,
our challenge is about cash flow. If you have, because there are a lot of people selling the nut every day, because we are the only people producing the palm oil. There are a lot of local. If you on the road, you can see there are a lot of local
material is available.
We can even go as far as even other regions to get the raw material with a truck. You can bring all of it here.
What about Nigerians? Are they coming for the final product or also for the?
A lot of it. A lot of Nigerians, Burkinabes, Togolese.
Are they coming also for fruit?
No, for oils.
For oils.
They are only coming here for oils.
They are not taking.
No, most of them are into soap production, so they buy a lot of the oils to be converted into soaps. They are into also black soap production. Some also use it for oleochemicals. Some of our clients are the paint manufacturers, because when you filter the oil as clean, some also come to
for
yeah.
time already. Over
Yes, so we don't own, so those are working there, so we don't own the fans and stuff like that. Shells, we convert it into charcoal. We also used to package the raw, which is the what we used to buy from Roma back again, to package into, because there was a scene where the oil was very expensive. But for now, we are not doing this, but we are doing the ngufa, we are doing the zumi, we are doing the soups, and then the rest is.
When there is high season, you buy and you have cash flow, you buy a lot of fruits. Are you able to store it, or you need to process it up to some time?
Yes, so the storage for the palm kernel nut, you need maximum of 6 months needs to be processed. Because once you keep it, it will not last long because of the shelf life.
It stays 6 months.
Yes,
okay.
So that's why we build these storage tanks. So once you get it fresh, we process it. We don't have ready buyers, we store them in this tank. It's about 30,000 liters of the worth of storage space we have. I can store about 30 liters of oil for further production. For the meantime, we sell. But once the season we get into the dry season, but the season is of palm is from now till from February till end of July, June, July, and then that's the food. So we have to collect as much as we can collect now, produce as all in accounts, and also store the rest and sell the rest as well.
The fruit storage, how is it? Like, do you bring the fresh fruit? Do you dry it before you store it, or you just put it into the storage?
You know, sorry, because the inside is a bit hot, I would have taken. You saw where we do sampling. So in that room, we also bring a sample from every farmer. Get a sample, get the yield to know how the yield is up or low. Yes. So depending on, most farmers we don't have data of every farmer's the yield they have. So we do sampling at times to get to know the yield they are supplying us with. Yes, some are supplying Valdura, some are supplying Tenera, some are supplying us piscifera type of nuts. We don't really know.
Okay, imagine. So you go to them, you buy fruit. When it's high season, take it.
Yes.
You bring the fruit here, and can you store it to start processing the fruit in 5 months?
The only way you can store will be the nuts.
Only the nuts.
Only the nuts.
The fruit.
But the longer you keep it, the oil will go lower. So when it's fresh like that,
so it must be fresh.
It's going to be fresh. So we can have a high yield. So what we do is that for now, we don't want to lose much of our oils to the harsh weather. So what we do is that we have to put them in storage tanks. These are the storage tanks. So we store this in these big tanks. So when companies like Rhema Industries, we just use the pumping machine to pump the oil from these storage tanks to those tankers. So they'll bring the tank and load it. Yes.
Yeah. So okay. So when you mentioned 6 months storing, you were talking about oil, processed oil already.
No, we are still producing daily.
The nuts. Oh, okay.
For daily, we are processing oil, but we are selling some, and also we store some because the season get better. Because during the dry season, the price become almost double. Because there's lack of a lot of oil in the system, so we can double your money. If you're able to store even till next year, at 6,000, we'll be selling the oil for 12,000 per barrel. If the price is
those prices you were telling to me today was average.
The current.
Okay, and now are higher or lower?
We're expecting it to go lower a bit because from June, July, that's the season of the palm itself. So you should be able to have as much as if you have the resources. As much as
so now the prices are higher than usual.
Still high because this particular season the fruit were not able to yield more as expected last year. So the price of last year around this time was sold for around 2,596 per barrel. But also sold at 6,000, telling you that the oil yield is still in demand, but the fewer producers. So we expect it to go higher actually. So it's not, you can't easily predict the price because it's still stable, but unfortunately for next year it may go higher than this because the food data couldn't come as much as expected this year. Yes. The start of the year wasn't that easy. So this is so you can pass this way. Michael, you can look. So you can pass. Yes, you can pass this side. The raw material production. Yes, of course, because we are all looking at support from government. Unfortunately, some of us, because we are the only company here adding more value to the pound, because we're able to export even the containerized, which is the canned fruits. We also produce palm kernel oil, soaps, and stuff like that. We need a capacity where we can produce more in thousands to supply even the West African market, which also have a demand. Yeah, so if we get the support, yes, why not? If the interest rate are better with some of the terms, yes, we can work and produce more. We want to have the capacity to do more than what we started with. Because currently there's a demand, as you saw, there are tanks ready to be supplied, but the fruit is a problem. How to be able to get more fruit is in abundance, but we have to be able to buy from the local farmers, which is very expensive. On our daily expense a day, currently I spend almost about 6,000, 7,000 buying fruit alone.
Okay.
So imagine we have more, we can be able to do more on a daily basis. Yes.
Okay.